everybody. Amanda Coulon with TechZulu live here from South by Southwest in the Alcatel-Lucent Lounge at the Hilton. Awesome space here. You can't really see behind, but we've got like craziness galore, lots of people, lots of lights. But we also have Jennifer Goss with Tracky with us. How are you?
Great. Thanks for having me.
Well, always a pleasure. We've talked before at PubCon and in Vegas about the Vegas community, and we can kind of get into that a little bit, but I want to talk about Tracky in terms of you've got your public beta here at South by, correct?
Exactly. Yeah, we've just opened up Tracky as an open beta, so a public beta right here at South by Southwest. And we also just launched our mobile app, the first version of it, on Friday. So we're really excited to be here and announcing all of that. And we actually did a startup debut on Saturday night.
Where we saw you.
Yes. And we had a booth, and we got to kind of preview it to the public, and so that was really exciting. It's a obviously great venue, South by, to do this kind of thing. So
for those who haven't seen it before, can you explain Tracky a little bit?
Right. So Tracky is an open social collaboration platform, and what that means is you can work with anyone, anywhere, using this online and mobile software. And what makes it different is that besides like project management systems, they're usually team-oriented or company-oriented, whereas Tracky is actually, you can collaborate, you and I could collaborate, even though we don't work for the same company. We could plan a party together, which we hope to be doing.
Hope to be doing very soon.
Why not? And we also, using Tracky, you can keep elements of what you're working on private, but also push that information public. So you can push things out to your social networks while keeping, all the good secret sauce stuff private and closed.
Yeah, because some of it has to stay behind closed doors.
That's right, especially with parties.
Yes.
So
the secret parties are secret for a reason.
yes. So with Tracky, it's all about the flexibility in being open and transparent, but also realizing that teams and companies need to work in seclusion and private when they want to. So that's really what makes it different. And it's a freemium model, so anyone can use it. You can use it to plan your life. Simplify your life because it's one shared calendar. You have your doctor's appointments and your family and your friends and all your social stuff in Tracky, as well as all the stuff that you're working on with your company, your team, your projects, whatever it might be. So we're trying to simplify and reduce down sort of all the app clutter that we're doing, which we love apps, we love them all. But when you're really trying to be super efficient and get things done, it's about trying to get them in one central repository, and that's what we're trying to do with Tracky.
Seems like that is a tall order. Does it scare you sometimes?
Well, you can use whatever you want of Tracky. So you can use...
Very good point.
Yeah. You don't have to use everything in the tool, but we find that when people come in and they say, I just want to plan a project, or a party, they start to use more and more of the features of Tracky because there is so much flexibility. And, when you are trying to get things done, you're going to have files, you're going to have chats and discussions and emails, and we're actually allowing you to put all of that under one roof. So there's file sharing capabilities like Dropbox, there's IMing like a Skype, there's chat or, type features as well. Of course, your tracks and your calendar and everything like that. So it's as well as a contact network. You can also discover other people that you want to work with.
Oh, we're talking about social discovery a little bit here. Where does that play in with Tracky? Because the huge talk of the town here in Austin with South by Southwest is ambient location. Right. This idea of discovering other people around you that you may not necessarily know, but you have something in common with, a shared interest, that sort of thing. And especially now that you have a mobile presence. Yes. How does that fit in with all of this with Tracky?
Well, actually, with the mobile app,
should we show it, Efren? Can we show the app?
If we can. There's actually components where you can see local groups around you. So this is about like you were saying, the ambient location. This is also about seeing what's very local to you, and it is loading now with the
the Wi-Fi here. It's not your fault. It's just the oversaturated networks at South by.
So actually right here we have a startup debut group, which is local obviously to South by and what's going on here. And we actually have some tracks within here and events. So event and also people discovery that's going on for this particular event. And you can search by location, you can search by what it is that you do, or you're looking for a designer, you can search by designers or developers or other keywords that you would typically use to search for people, actually. So Tracky is trying to build in like you're saying, the discoverability element. And if it is about, like when we find each other on Twitter or we find each other on some other social network, getting to the next level, we're actually working together, that's where there's a disparity. Like oftentimes people start DMing and then they start emailing. And that's like 40 years old now. Email.
I know, I'm shocked that we still try and shoehorn so much into email. Like one example for me is scheduling meetings.
Right.
There are so many amazing services that allow you to more efficiently schedule meetings, but people don't use them. And they always resort to a group, email where everybody hits reply all, and you just get this laundry list of messages of people trying to say, well, that time doesn't work for me, but this one does, and this one doesn't, but this one does. Why do people still do that with email? I mean, is that something, obviously you've thought about that with Tracky.
Absolutely. That's one of the big problems that we're trying to solve, is just the email data pollution that goes on. And if you think about it, you could have 10 people in an email and everyone replies, let's say 10 times. Now you've got, 100 emails in your inbox? That's really inefficient. So when we are trying to schedule a meeting with anyone that we're working with, and we actually have a lot of groups locally in Las Vegas, part of Vegas Tech, that are using Tracky as well. And when we're trying to plan events, or we're trying to plan meetings or meetups, we can just go into the tool and say, here's proposed time, block it out on the calendar, and then everyone just basically opts in and replies. And so yes, efficiency is a big part of it as well. And we think that's really the next step. There's news that email may be entering its twilight because it's just too
Here's Twilight again. As long as someone's not trying to suck my blood and then, make me fall in love with them and all that stuff.
No, email is just trying to suck the life out of you.
Exactly. We can show the app with an iPad. Want to do that?
That's great.
That was David Goss, if you did not see, the CEO of Tracky off camera.
Yes, CEO and founder, and my partner. So this is Tracky, and it looks a lot like a social network, a lot like maybe Twitter or Facebook. It's a very familiar stream interface. So you have your tracks, which are information. They can be to-dos, they can be calendar events, they can be files that you're using, and then you've got the people and the groups that you're connected with. And you can, basically this is all HTML5 when you're talking about the online version. You can drag and drop people and groups and assign them into tracks. You can start communicating or chatting with people real time within the app. And then also files, drag and drop, share, upload, collaborate with Google Docs and so on. It's all possible within here. So yeah, you open up a track and you can see basically certain ones have files. This particular track is actually a public track, and there's actually a globe. It's probably, we're not tilting it properly. Okay, so there's public tracks of information as well as private. Here's a track that has a file attachment. We've got our stream, our tagging and categories going on as well. But when you talk about all the groups or events or associations or family and friends social circles that you're part of, you can easily organize all of that here, search for it, set up new groups. So yeah, actually we have Mike Manzano. That's cool. He didn't know we were going on.
Says, hey guys, you on TechZulu.com?
Nice. Shout out, Mike. Good. So Mike actually just messaged David from within the app, and we could actually reply back to him and say, if I can see this upside down, yes. And that's going to send right back to him. Nice. So if I can hit
anything that integrates all of this stuff for me is just heaven sent.
Right. So we do use Tracky actually to build the software ourselves, and we have other development teams that are using Tracky for that purpose as well. But we have large groups that are using, doing international marketing campaigns, using it, as well as just people that are trying to organize their family and get away from the silliness of missing soccer practices and all of that stuff. So it really is supposed to be that all-in-one platform. We're really excited to get it launched, and we're here doing the open beta, and we will be doing a public launch soon.
And so you're going to have a big old launch party, right, back in Vegas?
Yeah, we hope to. Yeah, we're going to launch officially out of the Switch SuperNAP. which is the world's #1 data center. It's actually where Tracky is hosted, and we've been with Switch for a long time. They have a fantastic facility. We have a VMware cloud that all the data is housed in. It's very secure. We built Tracky from the ground up to be ability to have secure files sharing, encrypted files and encrypted data. So your data is safe with us. And for sure, we're going to do the media launch out of Switch, and then we're going to have a big after party. So for Vegas Tech and anyone that really wants to come and celebrate with us.
Efren. TechZulu, Vegas Tech. Time to have our TechZulu Vegas presence, I believe. We've been out there for quite a few different shows, obviously, for CES and Blog World in the past, PubCon. We go to all of these different shows out there, and we always run into each other. And Tony Hsieh, obviously, is doing amazing things. Tony Hsieh, the CEO of Zappos, doing amazing things with downtown Vegas and really trying to invigorate that and bring some tech and co-working and all of that to downtown Vegas. And so much going on. So come on, folks. Come on. Go to Vegas and check out Vegas Tech.
Vegas Tech, yep.
But you have to check out Tracky first when you get to Vegas.
Yes, please. That would be great.
After you tour Zappos, too, of course. I know.
Yes. At hashtag Vegas Tech on Twitter is fun. So watch what's going on. There's a couple hundred startups that are really, doing good things in the city. Obviously, the downtown project is underpinning it all. It's amazing, as well as Switch has some initiatives as well. So look at Vegas if you're thinking of relocating. It is becoming a great startup city. So
we're just excited because here on TechZulu, we've talked to so many people from other markets here at South by. We just spoke with a guy from Chattanooga, this guy Jack with Gig Tank, Chattanooga. They're doing some amazing things. Vegas is doing amazing things. Austin is doing amazing things. Come on, people. Keeping it weird in Austin, right?
Exactly. I think Austin and Vegas probably kind of compete for that weirdness factor or the quirky factor, which is good.
Which is perfect for geeks.
Yes.
So go, Jennifer.
Yes. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And before we get off camera, what's this that you have in your lap?
I have a T-shirt for you.
I'm going to do neener to Efren because this is my T-shirt and you don't get one this time.
Efron one though too, and Tracky stickers, and these are actually printed by Walls 360, which is also a Las Vegas company, and Yin Lu, who designed the Twitter fail well. She is the main artist there, and she's actually here at South by, and she designs some, I think, the Mashable big banner that they released and launched last night at the Mash Bash. And so they do awesome stuff. It's actually peel and stick kind of fabric type stuff, and we love supporting Vegas tech companies. So
well, so do we. So thank you so much, and congratulations with the public beta launch. Everybody, make sure you go sign up for that. Is it Tracky.com?
It is. It's Tracky.com, and go ahead and sign up now that we're in open beta. Anyone can sign up, and we'll let you in and start using it. And let us know. We love feedback. We're constantly refining the product based on our users' feedback. So
and the more of you that get into it, the better it's going to be. So sign up for the Tracky beta.
Yes.
And this is Jennifer, and you can't see him, but there's David off camera too. So thank you, everybody. Check out Tracky.